Today's subject, and it's so appropriate, masculinity in hip-hop, past, present, and future, right? You know what I mean? The OD masculinity in hip-hop, past, present, and future. The first...
He was so hurt.
The first question...
Yo, intern, hug that man, yo.
Under this topic, masculinity in hip-hop is past, present, and future. Why should we care about hyper-masculinity in rap music? Why do we even give a shit?
Well, hyper-masculinity or just views of masculinity?
So I'm actually going to start off. What's hyper-masculine?
I mean...
What's hyper-masculinity?
Hyper-masculine is just being too thugged out, I guess. I don't know.
Can I say something?
I don't know. Hyper-masculine is a word that says there's too much masculinity. That's what hyper means.
I forgot we going on exact definitions here.
But I feel like hyper means
exact.
We're being logical.
It means exact.
Yo, let's please. Let's please.
Exact, guys.
Just a little logical. Just a little bit.
All right. I feel like hip hop nowadays is it's like toxic masculine because the message they promote, it's just like the image, the persona that they breed onto the children or the audience that views it. It just forms their mind in a different way. So this goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, it reinstates that mindset of, oh, I gotta be tough. Like, if I'm a boy or a girl, I gotta be tough. I gotta be real hard out here, no matter what environment, what type of sex I am, whoever I am. That's why we brought up the guy who's in the dress, New Jack.
You gotta fix your mic.
It's cool. It's talking.
Yeah, fucking up my mic.
We got the guy named, what's his name? New Jack Boy?
New Jack Boy.
New Jerk Boy.
New Jerk off nigga. That's why you
New
got
age
all
jerk
these
boy.
y'all was saying earlier, that's why we got all these masculine homosexual rappers, all these masculine women rappers.
You can't espouse that. You know there's sexuality.
Yeah. Hold up, there's an audience of gay. There's gay rappers out here.
There is.
But there's no.
Yes.
That are nice.
There's no male.
But they have
there's no male gay rappers popping right now. Or at least openly male.
Hold up. Not openly. Yes, there are openly gay male rappers out here.
Name openly male gay rapper who's popping.
What's his name? Tuesday.
The guy who did Boy Pussy. Is that
Boy Pussy. You got
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I love McConan. I love McConan.
I'm McConan. McConan popped off.
Openly gay rapper.
He is openly gay.
I'm McConan's not popping right now.
Right.
And when he was popping, nobody knew he was gay. That might have affected his sales if people knew.
I was wondering if it did.
You know what I mean? To be honest, the only openly gay rapper that I know that's really popping is Shorty. Shorty from New York, Young M.A.
You have a lot.
So I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just saying.
Young M.A. isn't openly. Yes.
Yo, fool's not being nice today, dog. For real.
He's hurt. He's been hurt.
No, I'm just saying. Niggas, we're gonna get smart, dog. For real.
This is the same nigga that talked about fucking warlocks and wizards in one episode.
We're gonna get smart out here,
dog.
So what's your point of view on masculinity in hip hop?
My point of view of masculinity in hip hop is Jews own.
Let's listen to the smart guy.
This nigga is small.
Listen, small hats.
Go ahead. Jews
Small
own.
hats.
Jews own.
Harvey Weinstein.
Come on.
Jews own hip hop. So therefore, they promote the artists they want to see, right? So in the 90s, right, you had a trend of hyper masculinity. Gun violence.
You gotta get to your
gangsters. Point. Hold on, I'm gonna run through it.
Nah, you take
because hip hop has gone through many forms, right? So we've gone through
about
in the early '90s, right? our view of masculinity was dudes like KRS-One, right? Dudes who were talking about social issues, and that was okay. There became a point where that shit wasn't cool no more, and it became about, yo, I'm popping this dude in the face. I got guns. I'm selling crack, right? And then fast forward 20 years, now we talking about, yo, I got the dress on. Yo,
not true.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of political in
Yo, I got my boyfriend right here. You know what I mean? I'm busting guns with the dress on. You know what I mean? Which you could say, yo, it's for shock value, whatever. We've had a lot of rappers do the whole gender bender shit, from Lil B to Young Thug to I can name a whole bunch. But you gotta say, are these people doing it for the sake of, oh, this is really me? Or are they doing it to draw attention to themselves as shock value or a proponent of a bigger system? You know what I mean? And I'm going to say it's a proponent of a bigger system, but hey, that's me. That's my opinion.
That's what you believe. Yo, G, why you think we should care?
I think we should care because this directly affects how young men treat young sisters in the hood. And so I think the difference between like what black people do with rap versus what our white counterparts do with rap, white people, when they're listening to hip hop, is just entertainment. Why? Because they have a father and a mother in the household to teach them, like, yo, you know what? This is just their life. So they go, oh, that's what black people do. But over here, you know, we're quote unquote civilized. You don't have to sell drugs. You don't have to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G like they have to do. While in our neighborhoods, when we listen to hip hop, we look at these people almost as our parents or our role models.
Now, do you think that is because for white people, they're more easily to disconnect themselves from that because they don't look like that. They look like someone else. And for us, they're more connected to it because they look exactly like us. They're us. Yeah. Do you think that plays a role in it?
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention, too, it's like, this is the only representation that we as black men have for the most part. It's either the representation we have on TV is athletes or thugs. So you choose one. You know what I'm saying? And you strive to do one or the other or both. Now, white people don't have to have that. You know what I'm saying? Because why? There's multiple representations and multiple images of white men and white women in the media. So again, when white boys listen to rap, for the most part, the majority of them they understand this is just entertainment for them. But for a lot of our young brothers, yo, this is our life. So a dude could listen to a track right before he commits a crime, and that song could be the motivation for him to do it. You have beef with somebody, you gonna play like a song that'll get you turned up, and then you'll shoot a nigga off of the vibes of that song. Why? Because it's more than just entertainment for us. So I feel like when brothers are being, you know, misogynistic or hyper masculine or whatever in these songs, it has negative ramifications for our neighborhoods. And if we don't address those issues or call out rappers that do it, then we're continuing that cycle.
So does that mean there's no room for it?
Yo, listen, I feel like everything has balance, but I'm saying this, in our current state, yo, we shouldn't have room for that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, although I like the music, I'm not gonna front. I listen to some gangster shit. I listen to drill music. I listen to a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah.
However, yo, I'm a grown ass man. I can listen to a song and know this is entertainment. But imagine if I was fucking 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, listening to this shit. You see what I'm saying? And I'm in a fucked up environment, fucked up situation. Yo, that shit could literally push you to do some fucking some crazy shit that you probably wouldn't do in your right state of mind. You get what I'm saying? Poverty make motherfuckers do some crazy shit. And its current state of rap does not help, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I see what you're saying. Yo, what do you think?
I think this current state of rap is fine, in my opinion. I mean, masculinity.
This nigga was going so hard talking about niggas is oppressing women, but he's fine with this rap shit.
I think the masculinity in hip hop is cool, I guess. I think if you can be yourself, you can be yourself.
Nigga, let me ask you a question.
I think it's diverse.
Your daughter older than 15, I'm a raper. You fine with that? Alright, nigga.
No, I'm thinking about it because I don't look at perspective life the same as everybody does. Because I grew up on hip hop. Period. Whether I was 10, 9, whatever the case is. I mean, I was listening to rap. Started listening to Snoop when I was like 11. You know what I'm saying? First rap I was listening to. He's talking about bitches and hoes, this gangster life, but I ain't go do that. It ain't make me want to go do that.
But nigga,
I knew
record,
it was
though,
just entertainment.
I was saying in the 90s, in the early 90s,
it was
especially
just
in the West Coast,
entertainment.
I would entertain that black men were actually oppressing black women. Why? Because, yo, domestic violence was actually systemic in California. Where
domestic violence was systemic.
Nigga, motherfuckers were beating women and it was the culture. It was common practice back then.
Systemic,
It was,
though?
That's actually
nigga,
why
yeah, it's systemic when it's common practice. You know what I'm saying?
that's why that
No, that was the 90s. We're talking about now in 2017. That's the difference.
All I'm saying. Anyways, but
That's the difference.
The point of hip hop, right? I mean, I think the point of hip hop is to be yourself.
You can't say, yo, motherfuckers is still oppressive because, and then you go like, oh, so where's your evidence? Yo, nigga, back in fucking the 1800s.
Nah, you're right. Yeah,
Like, come on, son.
That's why I didn't bring.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't bring up old cases and shit. Yeah, you're
Thank
right.
you. All right.
That's what white people say when you guys talk about slavery.
Nah,
I think the purpose of hip hop is to express yourself, whether it be it how you want it to be viewed. But I think you should have your own state of mind, or you should be telling your kids this is literally just entertainment. It's hard for someone to just listen to music and look at it like I look at music as just music. I only look at music like I could listen to all types of music, whether it be someone talking about this or that, because I listen to battle rap. And listening to battle rap, you hear a lot of misogynistic lyrics. You hear a lot of like rape lyrics. It's weird as shit.
okay.
But it's due to the fact that, you know, they're trying to verbally beat this person in a sparring match.
So I'm just jumped into that question. Does battle rap perpetuate toxic masculinity against black men?
Yes,
No.
absolutely. You got grown men talking about shooting each other, talking about disemboweling each other, doing all types of crazy shit, and
It's
disrespecting
entertaining.
women. I'm gonna fuck you.
he's
I'm gonna
like,
fuck your mom in the ass.
It's
I'm gonna.
entertainment.
Excuse me if anybody heard that.
That's
too.
entertaining
I'm
to
just
you?
saying it
not-
gets
Hold on.
crazy. It gets crazy.
I mean, I'm a walk.
But see, this is why I talk about. See, that exactly what he said is why I say culture, because there is something within our culture that says debauchery is something that we should all be looking at and be like, yo, that shit is cool. That shit is not coming from black people. That shit is. I mean, I'm not saying that black people can't be debaucherous, that black people can't be. I'm just saying that shit is not coming from us. That doesn't come from how hip hop started. That's not what hip hop culture
Hip-hop
is
started
about.
as a battle.
Well, I don't know if
They
that's
battled.
true.
It started as a battle.
They battled.
Hip hop started
They
as
battled.
culture.
The MC who originally got on
Yo.
the DJ's
Yo.
record
But yo.
was there to hype up the music.
My man
And when
Walk.
another
DJs
DJ,
my man
Walk.
and when another DJ was, hold on, when another DJ was in the house, right?
But what
the
they talking
MC
about?
would battle the
What they
MC.
talking about? I
Hey, yo,
smashed your girl
brother.
last night. Was they talking about that shit back then?
Do you
Was
know
Busy
though?
B-
Some
what-
of them.
You don't know?
Yo, I do know. I
you
listen to
don't,
the music.
because they were
You
talking
already
about how
fucked up and
whack
said,
they
yo,
was.
the battle-
Yo,
was talking about how
yo,
whack
pull
they
up,
was.
pull up Cool Mo D, Busy B. See how they was going back and forth at each other.
Nah, but
Pull
I
up
don't
any
think
old
it's
school.
recorded.
Pull up any old school battle.
About
I
how whack
guarantee.
they
But do you
was.
think all those
won't even
battles
hear.
were recorded?
You won't even hear these brothers talking about killing each other, and I guarantee it. I
Okay,
guarantee
yeah.
it.
But they wasn't talking about
Listen.
taking each other's girls.
I guarantee it. The
Yes, they
masculine.
was.
They wasn't talking about taking
Yes,
each other's
they was.
girls.
Yes, they was.
They wasn't
They
doing
was
that?
talking about each other's blocks and how whack
There
they
might have
blocks
been.
was.
There might.
I think the language got
The
more.
language.
vulgar.
The language.
The
But listen,
language-
hold on. Listen.
He might say, "Hey,
Nah,
brother,
nah,
I'm gonna take your girl. I'm gonna go take her home."
That's
and rock her
because
world."
the language
That's
in
what I'm saying.
general
You know what
wasn't
I mean?
that. That's because the language in
But it's
general
the
that
same.
wasn't that
Literally,
vulgar.
today,
Nigga, that's because the language in general wasn't that fucked up.
I
back then,
take your bitch.
Yo.
It's the same thing.
No,
I take your girl.
No, niggas don't say that. Niggas be like, "Y'all fuck your girl in the ass and rape her."
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Some niggas say that. You
Fucking
gotta-
go in your-
That's evolution,
Some
bro.
girls is
Go in your
one
safe
too
and
many,
get
dog.
that paper.
Evolution, bro.
And anyways, that's entertainment. Either way, those bars don't get reaction.
I
If you're
cover your
talking
bitch, Laker.
If you talking about bars, they don't get reaction. If you do it creatively, it makes sense. It's a war
That's
of
evolution.
words. If I can creatively tell you you ain't shit,
But this-
or if I
this
can
is the
creatively
thing.
tell you I'm taking your girl, you don't think that would?
Yo,
Come on, niggas
is
ain't
using
shit, dog.
is using
What?
is using
It's like, yo,
is
we
using
really arguing
depravity.
about fucking
This is my whole shit.
demonic fucking behavior, bro.
Is using
Hey, yo, this shit's wild.
It's
yo.
using
That's the
linguistics of
thing of battle
depravity
rap,
and
like-
debauchery. Does that equate to more entertaining? Does that equate to
Yo,
we're
can't
being
you
more
just say
witty?
it without going that deep?
But a lot of battle rappers do that without.
This
going
is
that
the
deep.
thing, though.
But a street
There's
battle,
something-
it's
yo.
a lot of battles that you get into battle rap. And some battle rappers say stuff for shock value just to get a view. That may, I mean, that's just how it is nowadays. I don't respect that.
It can't just
No
be how it is.
respect.
There has to be an explanation.
No, there is
for
no
why.
it's shock
Not just
value,
the battle
it's the
rappers.
explanation.
Nah, not just the rappers, but the
Listen.
people taking in the content and why debauchery and depravity is prevalent in our culture.
But battle
and
rap
why,
isn't
why
just
are we
black
seeking
people.
that shit?
Battle rap is white
It's
people
not just
saying
black
white
people.
and they talk about the same shit.
80% of battle rappers probably are black though.
No,
But
there's
my
a lot
guy-
of white battle rappers, my brother.
A lot of the people
I mean, I'm
into
just
it is
gonna
A
say-
white.
lot of white battle
Huh?
rappers,
It's
my
different
brother.
now.
I mean, this is the thing.
There's a lot
If you
of
look
white
at
battle
gangster
rappers.
rap, right? If you look at the 90s and
different
gangster,
now.
most of the people buying those gangster rap albums was not black. They was white people.
I know.
That doesn't make any excuse like, well, because there was white people.
I mean,
consuming
this
it.
is what I'm gonna
We
say.
should
I'm
look
gonna
at
say
it different. Nah, it is what it is.
I'm gonna say it's entertainment. I'm gonna chalk it up to entertainment because you go see some reckless movies, and people don't like to see. People don't like that argument.
Yo,
but
because
it's
that
the same
argument
shit.
don't make no. It ain't
makes
the same
perfect
shit.
sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Yo, first and
because
foremost,
it's still a piece of
yo,
entertainment.
you know what? I'll only
and it's still.
Yo, I will
it's-
rock with you if, in fact, rappers, right, didn't play that persona 24/7. That's the difference. What rappers do, they'll do this. They'll say a song, but then they'll talk about how hard they are. But because of the culture and how dudes will be like, nigga, you're fake, you're this, you're that, niggas try to live that shit. They internalize that shit.
a lot of these rappers
And that's the
name
difference.
themselves after these
Yo,
movie
stop.
personas.
When
though.
fucking Al Pacino fucking leaves that set, the niggas no longer fucking
It doesn't matter. They still putting up an image like the shit's cool.
No, it's a difference. Rappers literally try to fucking impersonate gangsters. They literally are trying to put on this front and say like, yo, I'm really that nigga in the streets. Thank you.
Like,
Them niggas try to
a lot of
internalize
them-
that shit. They don't go, yo, I was just acting, dog. Yo, it's just a song.
I mean, there's a
Niggas
lot
don't
of
do that.
impressionable kids that jump into that, but there's a lot of niggas that really live that shit. Jay-Z ain't fake. There's a lot of old school rappers that
Yeah.
ain't fake.
Yo, I'm not
agree.
vouching for no
So that
rappers
hence-
right now.
Hold on, you
I don't
proving
know
my
who
point.
they like.
You still proving my point.
No, I'm not because I'm not. They're not
Then
going
it's not
on.
entertainment.
No.
The nigga spitting his real life.
It is entertainment because he's still looking at
So
music
now,
and trying to put it
when
together
I
and
watch
make
a
it sound
movie,
good.
hold on, when I watch a movie, even when fucking little kids watch a movie, they go, "Oh, this is a movie," meaning it's not real. You see what I'm saying? When niggas listen to
If
rap,
that were
niggas
true,
go,
they wouldn't be trying
that
to name
nigga really
themselves
go
after
hard.
them, yo.
Niggas would be in fucking Boston, listen to a nigga from fucking Houston or Cali or something, be like, nah, that nigga really gangster, son. Like, what are you talking about?
Yo, 'cause
nigga,
it's-
this shit ain't entertainment, bro. This is
It's
real life for
filed under
niggas.
entertainment.
You
yo.
make sense a lot.
Thank you.
do.
I respect
No,
it.
you do make
Well,
sense.
at least when
a
you
lot.
talk
But-
about stuff like drill music,
Hold on.
yo, literally, there's been instances in the drill music culture where people have literally rapped about young brothers who've actually died. So this is why I'm taking this
Hey, this shit
personally,
ain't entertainment,
not just
bro.
for battle rap, but it's gotta stop. I don't know who's funding this shit, but it's gotta stop.
I
yo.
don't think so. I love
No.
battle rap.
Like in the music industry, lately it's been like rappers who like they try and prove they live this lifestyle. Like there's this rapper in the he's locked up right now, but his name is Tay-K.
I know him.
And he's
ran the
a
race.
comedian.
Murders.
He ran the race and then he actually got
Okay.
30
Yeah.
years.
He's like 7. No, he's not even.
No, he's
17.
getting life in jail.
I think he's 16.
But he's a kid.
He got
Life
life?
is still 25.
Getting life in jail.
25 years for a young
He's
boy.
been convicted.
He's being
Yes.
convicted for like two
He's
murders.
facing 2 murders, not
Yes.
1.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, white
This
people
little
are
nigga's
laughing
an
at us. Where they can go on YouTube and we talking about we running a race and then we really doing real numbers. That boy, his life has changed because of that
Thank
shit.
you, nigga. Bobby Smurder is actually in jail, Rome. This
So,
ain't entertainment.
because
all of
Bobby
these
Smurder
little
rap
niggas.
about a murder that
So all
happened
these little
a
niggas-
week ago and sit it on a track several times that my man's murdered someone a week ago.
So all these little niggas,
I mean, that could be
they're
a lie.
at the
I don't know.
hands
It
of
wasn't a
older
lie,
rappers. Their parents don't have anything to do with this.
Oh, yo, Rome. Dog.
I mean,
Don't do it to
yeah, we're not
yourself.
going to
Don't
talk
do it
about
to yourself.
parenting
You
in
didn't
the
focus
state
on one
of the
topic at a time,
impoverished
bro. You
black
panic, nigga.
community.
It's just when I talk about entertainment, you're talking about people being influenced. And if you're talking about people being influenced, that's the parents
Yo,
trying to
this
make
is,
sure they're not
this is
influenced
what I'm
by
gonna say.
bullshit.
I'm gonna give you an example of why this shit is corporate, right? Because a few years ago you had Chief Keef, right? The company Vice, who owns Noisy, right? They brought Chief Keef out to a gun range while he was still underage.
Yep, I
He
remember
was
that.
17. He's shooting guns on camera. His PO and all them people seen that shit and was like, oh, he caught a charge. He got locked up. That's what I'm saying. This shit ain't entertainment. What does the company, what ramifications does the company have for ruining this dude's life? I mean, he's still all right. But I'm saying,
that's
but
not the
disrupting.
company's fault, by
That's
the
the
way.
company's fault.
If I'm on parole and I'm a kid and I'm on parole, I know I'm on parole. I'm 7. Chief Keef wasn't too young. I mean, he was, what, 17, 18?
Nigga 17.
He's still a kid,
mad,
dog.
yo.
He's a kid.
It's still young.
He's a kid.
It's young.
You telling
But
me
it's not young enough to not know
you
right
telling
and
me-
wrong.
but-
It's not young. It's not young enough to say I'm on parole. I know what parole entails. I can't smoke.
Yo, walk.
I can't carry a
But yo,
cannon.
this is the thing.
Listen, bro.
We're admonishing executives and people who are having meetings about what's okay and what content is okay to push. No, none of the people at Vice, none of the people at Noisy, this trickled before that shit even hit YouTube, before that shit hit TV. Nobody had a discussion in the office room, in the
if they
office,
did?
like, yo, this is not a good idea.
What if they did? And they were like, we don't care. He still decided
Because
to do the
then,
segment.
but that's my point. They're making money off of us, and they as we're like, our real lives are fucking white
But
people's
why do we keep
entertainment
putting
value,
the
yo.
blame? This is what I don't get with us as black people.
It's not about, yo, honestly,
y'all victim blaming.
Nah,
dog.
it's not
Fuck
no
that
victim
shit,
blaming.
dog.
Nah, I kind of
It's
feel
not
there's
about-
no self-accountability.
Yo,
I mean,
niggas
that's
don't
my
do no
only thing.
It's not about the white people.
Y'all niggas is victim blaming.
Nah, it's
dog.
not
No,
about
I'm
the
not saying victim blaming and no self accountability. Which one is it, nigga?
I'm saying
are we
no
victim blaming
He
or
said
no
self.
self
I said
Listen.
y'all victim blaming.
Listen.
I'm straight on
It's
that. I
really,
think
yo,
the
listen,
victim
it's not
blaming.
victim blaming.
Listen, man, if I gonna
because
kill
the company
someone-
set it up.
Listen,
The company
listen,
set up the
listen,
appointment with the
listen,
gun range.
listen.
Y'all
They
niggas have a
put the
hard time staying
boy
on
and they
topic.
gave him the gun.
Columbine happened.
Yes.
They blame Marilyn Manson
Yes.
because the shooters listened to Marilyn Manson.
Yes.
You don't think that affected his career? Do you really think he was at fault for them going in that school and licking shots?
I mean, he's a Satanist, so you're asking the wrong person.
I
'cause
actually
one-
agree with Fool on this
I'm
one.
gonna say, I'm
I
gonna
You
actually
say,
think
agree with Fool.
y'all think
I'm gonna
music
say-
caused them to walk in that school?
yo, anybody
and shoot
involved
He needs to get
in-
charged?
His music is involved in
listen.
occult Satanism.
No,
Yo, is he the blame?
Yeah.
No. However, does he have an influence in the situation? Yes.
So
think
does
so?
he need to get charged?
No, you can't charge a nigga for fucking.
Well, I guess that's my point.
So
You know what I'm
how
saying?
do you feel his music influenced that incident?
Yo, I don't listen to Marilyn Manson, right? But I'ma assume that he probably has some wild lyrics that was probably on some like, yo, down with the system, down with this, commit suicide, whatever. And these kids is like, yeah, yo, fuck it, I'm really about that life.
I can't.
Yo, it's kind of like this. During most revolutions, right, there's what's called the intellectual class. The intellectual class aren't the people pulling the triggers, but the intellectual class are the people that inspire other people to do the crime, not even crimes, but to go out and literally take it to the streets. These are the people on the radio saying like, yo, these people are tyrants, blah, 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 blah. We need to shoot them. We need to do this. You need to do that. They're literally encouraging people to do crimes. That's why freedom of speech does not cover that type of language. When you're enticing people to do violence, freedom of speech is no longer covered. Yo, the police will come to your door and lock your ass up. So if you're somehow directly connecting, like let's say if a rapper said, yo, all the dudes on fucking Dorchester Ave, yo, we coming for you. All them dudes on Blue Lab, you see them niggas on site, kill them all. Or, yo, I was on blah, blah, and I clapped up all of these niggas last night. I can't go, yo, it's just entertainment, dog. Like, I didn't mean that shit. Police don't give a fuck. They're gonna be like, yo, you was involved somehow. You see what I'm saying?
I feel like
It's entertainment though, right, Rome?
it is entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, nigga.
I mean, I know you don't want me to go into
Sprinkle
parents,
with
but
real
they
fucking
ain't supposed
life.
to be watching it in the beginning for the first part. I feel like they do it. I feel like they do their part by saying it's just rated R, putting parental advisory on it, letting you know that you ain't supposed to be doing nothing.
Very
The
true.
internet allows you to go through and do whatever you want. Parents don't monitor
Very
what the
true.
fuck their kids are doing. You know what I mean? So kids are out here acting reckless, doing whatever the fuck they want because parents don't do what the fuck they're supposed to be doing.
So
it's
we're not
all at
supposed
the
to be
parents.
responsible?
Yeah.
I don't.
Hold on,
I don't
hold on.
So the
fully.
parents
I
are
don't
supposed to be
I
responsible.
don't fully agree that the parents are responsible,
nigga
but I
panicked,
don't.
dog.
I do. No, I don't think he panicked.
Nah.
I know he panicked.
Nah, I didn't.
I don't think the parents
Absolutely
are to fully to blame in my perspective, but I do think we all have a brain and we all know what entertainment is and we all know what's right and what's wrong.
This celebrity is
As
responsible for my kid acting like a fuckhead.
Yeah, no, that can't be possible.
All
Because
right, yo, can I ask y'all a question? Real talk. Yo, when do y'all think the brain actually fully develops?
Probably by 25. I think.
25, exactly. Right.
So then,
now, hold on, now walk with me. Hold on, walk
Go
with me now. Yo, a lot of these households, over 70% of these households are run by a single parent household. So when does that single parent actually have time to actually police their child? Especially these young boys. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. When my mom used to go to work, me and my brother was out in the streets playing like all kind of nights with niggas on the street. Like literally till like
listen,
1 in the morning,
too
bro.
bad niggas
Until
ain't
like a
shit.
neighbor was like, "Yo, we call the police," and everybody ran back to their cribs.
I did.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, we can front like, yo, blame the parents. My nigga,
but no,
yo, it's hard being a fucking parent in this fucking this fucking this
agree.
beast called America,
it's not
bro.
blame the parents, my brother.
No, I'm not saying blame the parent. This nigga blamed the parent.
But as your mentality as a kid,
what's up?
You knew what was right or wrong. Is what I'm saying. You knew if I clapped him, there's a possibility I'm going to jail.
Of course.
However,
know
he had a great parent, probably.
You know, at some point, no matter what, if I rob this store, there's a possibility. Like,
all right,
please don't say that.
All right, but you saying as a kid you know right from wrong, but when you're a kid and you see no justice served, how are you supposed to react then?
If I see, I grew up on the block, Geneva, right? And if you see niggas getting locked up for doing stupid shit, like let's say my man's clapped at someone, they robbed a drug house, they got caught up, right? Music ain't make them do that.
I'm not blaming music.
Okay, so like if you're not blaming music, right? Their mentality had to say, like, if you're looking at a strong mentality, if I'm listening to someone saying, yo, go clap the 22nd block, and I really go clap 22nd block, I'm not thinking for myself at that point.
I agree with you. Because a lot of brothers are suffering from arrested development.
So your mentality at that point, if I'm talking to my kid and I know he's gonna listen to rap music, I'm gonna say, yo, legit, this is literally entertainment. It kind of puts an onus on the parents. Like Rome said, it kind of puts an onus on the parents. Only because it's like you're not defining what's right or wrong. But you know what's right or wrong because TV tells you what's right or wrong. This is why I don't get. Society in general tells you what's right or wrong. You rape a girl, that's wrong. You know that's wrong. Even though it felt good to you. Whatever the case is, you know there's going to be a ramification behind your actions. No matter what. There's always a action. There's always a reaction to an action or an action to a reaction.
So you're saying society parents are these youth now? Society, like media, social media, all of these media outlets parent children nowadays.
If they're single parents, like the God said, where they're gonna find the time to print to police their kids?
The Henny bottle's empty.
It's dumb empty. It was a wild night.
It was definitely a wild night. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So please remember, follow us at UPanic on Twitter at UPANICD. UPanic on Instagram, www.upanic.com. That's UPANICD. Please keep up with us if you want to be. If you have a question for anything that we discuss on the show, don't be afraid to tweet us. Don't be afraid to email us at upanic@gmail.com, and we will talk to you then. It's UPanic.
Wow.
We'll see you next week.